Hi, my name is Karen Holmes. I'm the founder and director of the World Peace Organization for the One World Government. In several past videos, I've talked about the free power source invention and the light source invention, and not as often the intuitive computer and how they all work together to create the free power source invention. Okay, and I've also talked about universal law. When in my last video, I talked about nuclear power and how it would replace it, how should be a ban on nuclear. There must be a ban on nuclear breaking apart atoms, on fission and anything that interferes with another atom, because we have the way the scientific structure is that there's a universe within a universe within a universe, and each atom is a universe. So when you break apart an atom with nuclear power, basically what you're doing is you're breaking universal law, because what you do to another will be done to you. So we need to ban nuclear power, and because if we destroy another atom, we're destroying our own universe. We invite back onto us the ramifications that we destroy our own atom, our own universe that we live within. An atom is basically synonymous with the universe, and it just depends on where you're standing. Are you looking down or are you looking up at it? So today I wanted to give a little bit of a scientific explanation about this, and how scientifically there's a proof for that, and that is Foucault's dilemma. Foucault's dilemma is, it says the observer of a scientific experiment, the observer influences the outcome of the experiment. To paraphrase it, to put it into a word that is more scientific. Okay, but the spiritual people already know that, because it's what you believe is what is. Okay, so what you believe is the same thing as saying the observer influences the outcome of the experiment. Okay, so science and religion, what I'm talking about today, is not so much religion for the masses, but I'm talking about, but there is the same kind of idea on every level. What you believe is, you have to have faith in something, you have to believe in something, and then you can see it and that kind of thing. So we're looking at what you believe is what is, which is the scientific or the spiritual idea, and then Foucault's dilemma is the scientific, and they lean on each other. Science and religion actually lean on each other, and if they lean on each other, then one can explain the other, and the other can explain this one. So we're looking at Foucault's dilemma, and we're saying what you believe is what is. So if you are taking the scientifically, how does that apply on the scientific level? Well, the scientists may be able to have been able to understand the subatomic particles, the quarks and the charms and all the other things that fit inside the atom and what it really is. But they haven't been able to penetrate down inside the atom into what it is. And the reason for it is because it moves. It's always shifting and always moving. It's not something that you can focus on at any one period of time and say that's what it is. And why that is because the observer is influencing the outcome of that. What you believe is what is. So you might be able to get a picture of one thing. Okay, so how much of reality do we understand? And that is in a manual back in 1999 when I channeled a manual for peace. Seth, my spiritual teacher, told me that how much of reality we actually understand is like holding up a piece of paper at arm's length and with a tiny pinhole in it. And that's how much of reality we actually understand. So when the scientists are looking at the atom through their microscopes now, I know that it's not just looking through that little lens thing. They're trying to see that it's like holding it out at arm's length. And what our organization, what I'm supposed to do, my job, is to bring, and Seth, working with Seth, we bring that idea, the paper, closer to us, and then we can move it around and look at things and understand things better, reality better, by holding the paper closer and looking through that slot, seeing a bigger picture of it. And I've said before, if I unravel all this stuff, the things that are not working right or whatever, and looking at them like nuclear power, why we have to ban nuclear power, I'm pulling the paper up closer to my face, looking through that little hole, so we get a better picture of reality. Okay, I don't see how the scientists could actually look up that other than to understand that that science and religion, religion and spirituality are basically the same thing. But spirituality, I think, is a little bit broader perspective, but then there's broader perspectives other ways too. So when we're looking at that, it's like every level has to kind of fit in. And this is the scientific idea too of the scientific method. Does that explain the missing links of science? Does religion explain the missing, and spirituality explain the missing links? So if you are able to do like miracles, and I'll go into miracles later because we actually have classes on miracles, on how to walk on water and how that works and things like that. What we're looking at now is understanding, this first idea is understanding that by looking at what spirituality is. And the reason I'm talking about spirituality is because so many people think of religion as the old man on the throne idea, when it's not that at all. And it's all the misunderstandings, the equated ideas that get people into trouble, that make it hard to understand, that keep us kind of in this idea that we're going straight down. Okay, so now, it's what you believe is what is. And for you to do that, for you to be able to create the life you want, you have to change what you believe. Now, I'm a prophet. I'm also a seer. I get visions, okay? And prophecy. My job is prophecy. So what happens is with prophecy is that you can go into an energy that is sometime in the future. You're seeing something out there, but we're all part of all that is, so we're actually seeing what's inside of us. I don't want to get into that too much. And then bringing it back and looking at a certain idea. A prophecy is either a promise or a warning, you could say. And then now what I'm going to do is the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about time. So I've talked about space, and now I'm going to talk, in my next video, I'm going to talk about time and how that works. So what you believe is what is. Faith, okay? Faith, understanding that you have to believe something to see it, not believe it when you see it. It's the other thing around. But then that is, you have to kind of untangle all the misunderstandings associated with that too. So as we look and we take that piece of paper, we don't understand reality at all because we've all been living in this illusion. So what we're going to do, like I said, is take that piece of paper and pull it forward and start to unravel all the things. Seth is very good in a manual for peace, which I channeled back in 1999. And that'll give you a hint about what's next. I'm going to talk about time and how that works and unravel time. And then will explain. I'll explain to you that what you believe is what is. And Foucault's dilemma is that you have the capacity to influence the outcome of your choices and your life, and by what you're observing, and then you can go on and create the life you want. You can take advantage of science, and you can take advantage of religion and go on and create the life you want. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. This is going to be short. Okay, thank you. I ask that you like, share, and subscribe because this is important for everybody. Okay, so thank you for stopping by.